this is going to shift things around. Soon it's going to be Zizi playing defensively for a bit, but he's really set himself up into a really good situation. His position is good, because by the time Idra is ready to go on the offensive, and he's only just managing to do that, Zizi is going to have the defilers out. He's going to have swarms around to defend, and that's going to allow Zizi's economy enough time to take off and really put him in a commanding lead. And I feel that he's going to be ready to use Scourges, Lurkers, Defilers, everything else to maximum effect here. And Idra really needs to be decisive in the next few minutes. So we'll see whether he manages to achieve that. And Idra definitely is looking ready to move out. He's got that science vessel up. Zizi's got that Nidus Canal down, which is an excellent choice if you are going for Defilers first, as I believe Zerg players ought to in this situation. Interestingly, Zizi's put his Lurkers on the other side of that third expansion there, just to choke off the Marines in the wrong area. Maybe he was looking for a flank, but Idra has come down straight through the middle of the map. He's getting ready to siege his tanks up. This in an ordinary situation would be looking really good for Terran, but there's a Defiler in the vicinity, so that's going to make all of the difference. These tanks are only going to be able to shell away those Lurkers for a short run of time. Lurkers moving in, Swarm goes down. This is not looking good for Idra's attack. Idra's going to have to push back. He's not in complete danger of losing his large army, but he's not going to be able to achieve anything right now. Possibly if he ran over to the expansion down the bottom right, that would be an option, but probably not the best option, considering that those Defilers can easily just head through the Nidus Canals. They'll be able to pop up, add some swarms around, and Terran still won't have been able to get anywhere. So yeah, tough situation. I think Idra needs to get some expansions up and just hold the middle of the map, try and get some irradiates off, and keep forcing the Zerg player to expend a lot of gas, and to continue his technology and upgrades as fast as he can. So, yeah, that's my analysis of it. We'll see what Idra actually does. Obviously, Idra being quite a clever player. Meantime, Zizi heading out with a flanking force here. He's got a smaller group, and he's got a Defiler with him. Won't be able to advance too quickly because his army size is not large enough. But with those swarms, he's able to really inflict some annoying harassment here. He won't be able to make it the whole way to Idra's base, I don't think. But there is Idra's third base just heading up now. Idra's really going to want to hang on to that because he's going to need it before long if the game progresses too far. Idra's headed back with his army, but now he's committing it down. Idra's main force heading towards the Zerg main. But with that Defiler there, he's just not going to be able to achieve anything. And that Science Vessel able to irradiate the Defiler, so good job with that. But there's going to be more Defilers coming, and that's going to allow the Zerg to perpetuate this kind of play. So really just, yeah, I mean, on one hand it kind of looks like things are locked up, but I'm hesitant to say that, because Zizi, I believe, does have the true advantage with that third gas, with the so long, and he's going to be able to secure a fourth gas without too much difficulty by just some careful Defiler play. So barring any serious mistakes from Zizi, I think he should be able to continue a lead here. He looks like a solid player. Should be able to keep this up. Looks like Idra's main force has lost the last tank, so with only Marines there, he's going to have nothing really to get rid of Lurkers when they're under the swarms. So another large group of vessels on their way. Idra really is going to have to get the most out of his Lurkers, sorry, not his Lurkers, his vessels at this point. How many barracks are we on at this point? 4, 5, still looks like 7. Yeah, Idra, very good mechanical player. He's very good at keeping those barrack lights on. Now that he's cleared out those Lurkers, he should be able to head in to start mining from that third base a bit more. But Zizi keeping the pressure up with these swarms. Very good swarm use. He's doing a very good job with it. And finally, we're looking at some Scourges, which hopefully Zizi really keeps up with. I just added some fire bats to the mix, which is a good choice, because Zizi is using a lot of Zerglings along with his Defilers. It's just that the Lurkers are going to be the real trouble, so we'll see how that works out. Idra taking a different route, heading around the the western side of the map. Possibly, if there are no units around here, should be able to get in and cause some damage. There aren't any lurkers to be seen, and all those defilers there. If Idra was to move in by chance with his vessels, and he is in fact doing that, if he moves in with his vessels far enough, he should be able to get some clean radiates off on those defilers. Ultralisk Cavern, meanwhile, up for Zizi, so that's going to be trouble before long. But yeah, the vessels are in the vicinity. Vultures heading around. They could easily snipe the defilers themselves. Defilers are in, but swarms going off. The Marines don't care. They've got Firebats in support. Firebats just burning the Zerglings to a crisp, not affected by the Dark Swarm at all. So Firebats, excellent choice. They're really paying off for Idra. But single lurker comes along. He's really going to want to kill that lurker because it's the only thing standing between him and killing everything in the near vicinity. But unfortunately, Idra has retreated. So yeah, a little bit of harassment there by Idra. He's got his dropship up, so maybe we'll see a little bit more effect from that. But again, Idra not inflicting very much damage to the Zerg economy. The Zerg should be on 5 bases before long compared to Idra's 3. Ultralisk armor being researched, and I feel that with these upgrades consistently being produced by Zizi, Idra's going to be in trouble shortly because Firebats, although they're great against Zerglings and Defilers, they're not too good against Ultralisks at all. So we'll see how that goes. Double dropship incoming, but intercepted by Scourge. D-Matrix on the dropship. Scourge has already taken it out. Land the Marines. Oh my god. Oh, if he'd only got those Marines out quicker, he might not have lost those dropships. And still, he's got 2 tanks anyway from that drop. In on the ridge. Zergling swinging around the back. Now got a couple of Mulisks. It's a huge shame that Idra didn't manage to get more Marines dropped onto the ground, because then he could have defended successfully against that group of this tiny group of Zerglings and Mutilisks, and then he would have been able to shell that expansion with ease. In the meantime, Idra heading across the right-hand side of the map, or towards the central eastern side of the map, just heading through a file there, and just seeing what's available for him to take out. There's a large group of lurkers. Just don't be fooled by the black dots. There are indeed 4 lurkers. 2 of them are stacked up closely together, and that is lethal for Marines with the splash spine damage arranged in the way there is. And Zizi's chosen to put a spore colony there. Very good choice against the vessels. That the Marines just heading in now, just cutting their losses and charging straight through the lurkers. They're really committing to this attack very strongly. Plague goes off on the vessel, so that's going to cause some damage. That spore colony blasting away. And again, Idra has to retreat. Idra is just having no luck here actually getting any successful assaults in on these Zerg bases. So Zizi, he's still got his lead, and he's just holding on to it very tenaciously. Wow, this game is really heating up, but I mean I can't really go out and straight out call it for Zizi, because Idra's he's just staying in this game so well. He's got 3 bases pumping. He's got barracks which are just sporting out Marines, just churning them out. And we'll see how this goes. Well, whew, deep breath. Okay, so plenty of reinforcements on the way for Idra. It's got a massive cloud of vessels now, but bear in mind that many of them are damaged from Plague, so he's going to have to be careful with them. It's just keep an eye out for any incoming air units or range units to take them out. But Idra looks like he's going to have another crack at this expansion at the bottom right. If he could actually use this army to wipe out both bases here, then I'd definitely give him an opportunity to win this game. I definitely say that that'll be possible, but with those dark swarms, it's really tough, because Idra's got to move in with Firebats, and with lurkers there, the Firebats are going to die, so he can't really get in. And that spore colony will shoot the vessels, and it's going to be one-hit kills with with a plague already affecting the vessels. Ultralisk's already out. Zizi might be coming in here for a flank now. Oh my god, a massive Terran army, but has to retreat because of that cloud, that swarm. Both Ultralisks being irradiated, massive machine guns going off. Flank indeed coming in from both sides, swarm going off, plague going off right in the middle of the Terran force. Scourge is coming in now. Massive plague all over the Terrans. That's gotta hurt. A lot of damage done there. Idra's main army, that's so much invested into that, just withered away by the Zerg assault, and he's just not able to do anything. Idra taking a base at the top, I think that's wise. I think when you're in this sort of situation, not a bad idea to get more expansions if you're Terran. And just taking a look at this, those mines not only spotted the Ultralisks, but Idra's able to bring in these. Oh my God, Plague! Hold that thought, Plague. Two Mutalisks come in and wipe out all of those science vessels because they've all been reduced to 1 hit point due to the Plague having been cast on them by the Defiler. And wow, that was just wholesale slaughter before they could irradiate all of the Ultralisks. Bear in mind, a few irradiates did go off on the Ultralisks, so a good job there by Idra, at least doing some damage, but there are going to be more Ultralisks showing up, and no amount of mines are going to be able to handle them once they get into significant numbers, because Ultralisks just run over those mines like steamrolling elephants. Wow. Whew, taking a deep breath again. This is just really intense stuff. Idra aggressively expanding, like I said, that he probably ought to. Being a bit aggressive now, moving in with this whole force, but with these 6 Ultralisks attacking, just getting straight into it, swarms going off in the middle, Ultralisks onto swarms, that's bad news. More Scourges heading in for these vessels, so that's going to be painful.